Here we have the LEGO Speed Champions 76923 Lamborghini Lambo V12 Vision Gran Turismo. That's quite a mouthful for a title. Rated age 10 plus, and so far this looks like unlike anything that I've built before. This set released on the 1st of June 2024 with a retail price of £21 here in the UK, but I managed to get it for £16, so a nice little discount there. Here on the back of the box you can see what the car looks like from behind, some very interesting shapes. Ooh, I wonder what the build experience. Inside the box there are only 2 numbered bags. For some reason I was expecting a couple more, but there are quite a few parts in each, so I guess maybe that's why. Also only 1 instruction booklet, of course. Don't forget to scan the LEGO QR code here to get 20 insider points by registering your set. And there is just 1 sticker sheet with quite a few stickers, but I wonder if there's going to be any prints in this set as well. And yes, here it is again. LEGO is still using plastic bags, despite their promise to make everything paper. And the instruction booklet has 100 steps across 82 pages. I've opened up the first bag and already there are quite a few printed parts, which is great. Although I do wonder what determines the part to be printed versus it being stickered. Once you finish building, these are the only leftover parts. Nothing too exciting apart from maybe this print piece here, that looks pretty useful. And the build experience was interesting. It's unlike any Speed Champions car that I built before, and definitely kind of feels like the odd one out. And I think it mainly feels like the odd one out because it's based on a concept car, not a real functioning car at the moment, most notably seen from Gran Turismo 7, which I haven't played, so I did have to do a little bit of research because I wasn't too familiar with this and its unique design, and there are just some curbs that LEGO won't master with the parts, but looking at it you can see that, yeah, it's pretty obvious what design choices LEGO have made to try and replicate the real thing, what compromises they had to do, but overall, it's, well, interesting. And I feel like, despite it being an 8-wide Speed Champions, the whole thing just feels a little bit small to me. I was expecting it to be a bit bigger, actually. But that's probably due to its design and kind of how sleek and low profile it is compared to a bulky, typical car. But I'm a big fan of its colour scheme here, with the olive green used to replicate the real car's military green colour scheme. I think this is as close as LEGO could get it without inventing a new colour. As you can see, there's a lot of decorations on here, quite a few interesting prints, so that's a print, but then also a lot of stickers. Sticker, and there is, oh, there you go, another sticker. Some colour discrepancies I can see here looking through on the camera, that the olive green on the stickers doesn't quite match the olive green parts, but if you've been building LEGO sets using stickers, then you just know that LEGO rarely get the colour accurate. The wheel arches here, that's also a print, as is the wheel cover here, which is a very nice one with some metallic detailing in there as well. But I would say take extra care when trying to line up the stickers, and I wish I did a little bit better job just to move this one up so the green is more of a consistent flow. And the same here, using this printed tile up against a stickered piece, just take extra care to try and line up the stripes. But I think the most glaring issue is that colour difference between the sticker and the actual part. There's a lot of finicky, fragile building techniques to this one. Again, like I said, it's unlike any Speed Champions car that I built before, with some interesting part usage here. Look at that, using the meat cleaver here and the kind of gauntlet hand accessory piece for minifigures just to get that exhaust detailing. The way everything's just kind of angled out slightly. I feel like this one is definitely more display rather than play. So if you're buying this for someone who might be a bit more rough and tumble with their toy cars, you might want to keep an eye on it, because I don't think nothing's going to fall off, but, well, especially on the back end here, things can move around and you can angle them out, so yeah, they could probably fall off if you're not too careful. And this does not rely on any pre-built specialized chassis piece. It's all plate built, brick built, even a few technical elements in there as well to lock everything together. So definitely a unique building experience. This set does come with a minor minifigure which can fit nicely inside the cockpit. I'll grab it in a moment, but even that, yeah, I called it a cockpit because it doesn't even feel like, well, a typical interior of a car. I mean, you got like the one stud if the minifigure can sit on that. Otherwise, he's just balancing on this kind of floor, which is very cleverly done with these side panel pieces here. I mean, there is a little bit of a gap, but nothing's going to fall through it. And he doesn't get a steering wheel. Instead, he has a, well, I'm going to call it a yoke because it is almost, yeah, it's so alien to me. I've not seen anything like this. Perhaps if I played Gran Turismo 7, I'd know more about this car. But I just thought it looks quite interesting. As for the minifigure, some really nice print detailing. It is basic, just black on the olive green, but it's effective. even printing on the legs, which is something you don't see all too often for Speed Champions. And if I remove the hairpiece, you can see this minifigure does get an alternate face and some more printing around the back. So again, this feels a little bit like the odd one out, a little bit unique. Of course, there's a helmet included, no printing or branding for it, just black, which works. Maybe they could have done olive green, but I feel like the black is a nice contrast and it just matches the rest of the outfit. No minifigure accessories apart from the wrench, which we get in every Speed Champion set. Although I think given this car's video game backstory, it would have been cool to maybe get a video game controller as a little Easter egg. But maybe that's too outside the box for LEGO to do. And if we lift up the windshield piece, we can pop the minifigure in. Might have to move their arms up a little bit. And then we also lift up the front piece here. Otherwise, it's very hard to put the minifigure in. And they have to lay down pretty flat almost. Oh, need to bend their legs, a little bit finicky here. But at least you can kind of get a feel for what it is you have to do. That go down, that the arms are still in the way here. What am I doing wrong? So the minifigure does have to lie down virtually flat, and it's pretty much impossible to use the controls, but you know, they're almost looking up to the sky and you can't really see. But if you built a LEGO Star Wars set, you know exactly this type of thing. It's having your minifigures have to lie down flat just to fit in instead of being a bit more realistic and looking forward. Maybe you could angle them up slightly more, but yeah, otherwise you can just pretend, right? It's only a concept car, it's not real yet. So they can fit in with the helmet. I wonder, can they fit in with the hairpiece? Oh, another fragile thing, be careful when you're lifting this up. If you lift it too far, it's just going to snap off from where it's supposed to be. And the answer is no, the minifigure cannot fit in with the hairpiece on because, well, yeah, the car starts to fall apart if you try. And here's how it compares against other Speed Champion sets from this year. Do you see what I mean? I feel like it looks a little bit small. Maybe that's accurate, but I don't know. So yeah, it looks good, quite fragile, quite outside the box, but I'm glad LEGO tried it, something different. It's good that we see things like this, and I wonder what other types of concept cars LEGO will make for Speed Champions in the future. What ones would you want to see them make? Tell me in the comments. And what do you think about this set? Is it your thing? Do you already have it? Did you have any issues like I did? Tell me in the comments below. I'll see you next time for another LEGO Speed Champions review or some other LEGO sets reviews as well. Plus, I'm making a LEGO city, so plenty more. Do subscribe. I'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out the other videos on this channel or on one of my other channels as well. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share with your friends.